August mystery block of the month is the color wheel.
We're excited to share with everyone all the colors that we love here at Riley Blake Designs.
And we're using our same back quarter squares, and we just pull them in to make a beautiful blossom of color.
So what you'll want to do is gather 20 colors, 20 of your favorite colors. And what we'll do is you'll be able to download a template, and I'm going to show you how you can make that template into a little bit sturdier because you'll want to cut all these pieces.
And we did kind of put our colors in sections of 3 and with a 2 gray.
Right. So you'll download this template, and then what I do is I just take this and I glue the back side of the template and place it on a piece of cardboard. This is just like from a gift box. You can use a cereal box. The reason I've chosen to do this, there's various other ways that you can do it, but these are all items that you have at home.
Mm-hmm.
So once you've cut your template, which I just used a paper, I always have a rotary cutter for fabric and a rotary cutter for paper. And so, we label them here.
Yes, we do. We don't want to get them mixed up or else it makes it hard to cut
And
fabric.
Alpha has sent us all these fun supplies that we're going to show how we can use those. So once you've got your template cut, I like to put stickets on the back, which you'll see here. You just kind of peel this back and peel one of these stickets off and place it right here.
And they're a temporary fabric adhesive that gives you good grip to your fabric when it lays on.
Yes. Okay, so let's start cutting some templates. We've got 2 left to cut on our
We got all our
ginghams.
others.
But it's much easier to do layers. The more you can do at a time, the easier, well, the quicker it is. You can make several of those dresses. We only need 1 template, but it'll be easy if we can just...
Great to make with a friend.
It is.
And
this is a great project.
Get a lot of your cutting done.
So place that where you need it.
Okay.
And then this mat spins. And you'll notice how great that is from Alpha
products. Great.
So place that where you need it.
And we also put stickets on the back of our ruler to kind of hold it still while we're cutting. And we can just shift that around. Relax the fabric just a little.
Cindy's just lining up the edge of the ruler with the edge of the template.
I'll take that back.
And the stickets are keeping everything in place so it doesn't move. Oops, sorry about that.
Okay. Okay. Because to do a Dresden, you need to be precise, don't you?
You do. Being precise will help get those cute little flower petals together. So here we are. All right, now that we have these cut, we should have 20 colors, and these are going to become our petals. So what we'll do is create this little point. And it's because of the way the template is, you're going to sew straight across. So you're going to match end to end and sew 1/4 inch from here to here. Now we're just going to chain stitch all of these together, and we'll come back and show what we did, and then where we go from there.
So we don't need to pin them, we just need to fold them.
Yep, and match up those little corners, go straight across the edge.
Okay. So we've chain pieced our pieces.
So as you can see, Cindy has chain pieced all of these together, and we're going to clip all of these apart.
Use your rotary or your scissors.
These are the cute Alpha applique scissors, and I just love using them for clipping. Okay, so we're just going to turn these. You can finger turn it, and you can use a chopstick or a dowel to get that point just so. So turn them, and then what we'll do is when we press, I like to do this, but I flip on the wrong side, but flip it over to the right side, and I like to make sure that it's even right here and that my point is nice and pointy. So we're going to do that and continue for all of these. All right, so here's your last piece pressed, and while I've been pressing, Cindy's been placing all her colors.
Beautiful color wheel.
All right, so this is the fun part. And I think what we'll do is just sew in color sections. So we're going to sew all the yellows together, all the greens, and so forth. And that way, when you sew a section, I'll press it for you.
Okay.
Okay.
And as we're sewing, we just put right sides together.
It's really important to match up this wide edge where your points begin.
So we're going to start here.
Yes. So start at your wide edge and go to the center to the smaller edge.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll just take these over.
All right.
Okay, we're going to get our points together to start sewing. I could chain piece this, but I'm just going to do my 3 yellow sections together. Make sure my points are right on. And there's our 3 sections. Okay, so we've got our color sections sewn together, and now we're going to put them all together to continue our color wheel and finish it up. There we go. Got that. Okay, now we're connecting all the sections together. Last stitch.
All right.
Here's our wheel of color.
It's so cute. You did a great
That's
job.
so fun.
So one of the things when I press, I like to be able to press everything one direction. A lot of people like and prefer to open this seam and press that way, and you can certainly do that too. But I've chosen to just
Press
one direction, and I like how that works for us. So while I'm pressing that, I'm going to have you do the little centerpiece.
Okay.
And here's our template, and you'll trace that onto the wrong side
Okay.
on this outside sewing line or cutting line.
You can just barely see we have a light color fabric, so you can see that line underneath. Okay, so do you want me to cut this out?
Let's just cut a square, and
Okay.
then you'll also cut a square of this, and we'll be sewing those together.
And this is Pellon, because we're going to flip our circle inside out, right?
Right, right. Okay.
Okay.
So this is non-fusible Pellon, and you'll just place these together. So it doesn't really matter. Just place this on, sew on this line, and
Okay.
then we'll come back and show the rest. All right, so here we are. Use these pinking shears and clip as
Just
close
cut
to the edge
around.
as possible. Yes.
This is such a nice way to do circles. You just have such a better circle doing it this
I
way.
think you get it more exact. Otherwise, you get rid of those little points. All right, good job. So now you're going to clip through the Pellon.
Make sure.
Pellon only. You don't want to clip
So
that
flip
cute piece of yellow
inside out.
fabric. And then you're just going to turn that out.
I like using that stick.
Any kind of turning, this is a dowel, chopsticks work.
At our edge.
I know they have other tools, but
And you got to be careful that you don't rip through your Pellon,
Right.
because it's not like your fabric. So I always go underneath the selvage
yeah.
and go around so I'm not tearing my Pellon. That's not as strong.
And then while you're doing that, I'm going to press our block in half so we can find the center and place that Dresden on the center. All right, so here's our pressed line. You can see that. And then you're going to take and place however you'd like to do that. You can have a point right here on the line like that. And then you'll want to make sure that you've got a nice, there should be at least a 1/2 inch there, which it looks like, yep, it looks like that looks great. So we can pin that in place.
Okay.
We're going to be sewing this on the sewing machine. Now, if you could, this is already turned under, so you can do a little blind stitch through that and needle turn applique this whole entire.
Stitch it down.
Yep.
Okay.
And you could do the same with the center, but we've chosen to do this all on the machine.
And you're using invisible thread.
We are. This is a product, a polyester thread from Superior Thread.
And so even though we're sewing on the machine, it's really, our stitches are going to be zigzagged and hidden because we're using this filament of thread that's invisible.
Okay, so what we'll do is we can pin the center down too. And I like to be able to do my outside edge first.
Okay.
With the invisible thread, and we'll use a little tiny zigzag.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go finish.
You've made this block look so good.
Looks great.
So on the Bernina machine, we've used the polyester thread from Superior Threads, and we use the zigzag on a 1.5 by a 1.6. And you'll notice Cindy just grabbed a little bit of the colored edge onto the white, so it makes for a nice clean finish.
It's just invisible, and you can do all the work on your machine. Yep. So we hope you enjoy our color wheel, and thanks for joining us for our August block of the month.